All right, welcome back to the good old boys. It's me again, same guy. Got my buddy Z with me today. How you doing, bud?
I'm all right, actually. I had a good day. I woke up, got to sleep in, went for a run, 30 minutes, trying to get back into running. And I know, I felt good about myself. I'm sore as shit, though. I went for a cruise, even though it's honestly not really cruising. I was slapping gears. It's pretty sketchy at one point, but did some side jobs.
Because you finally got a battery in that fucking burrs.
It got so bad I started smelling like the sulfur, so I thought it was gonna explode. So
What? The engine?
no, the battery.
Oh, the battery.
You get like a sulfur smell out of those when they go bad. But
I thought you just put a new one in.
I did.
Oh.
No, I'm saying like it was so bad that I did that. But we're all set now. But so we're taking shots every 10 minutes. Let me get this bottle ready.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We got the pickle shots, spicy vodka.
We're gonna have a fun episode today.
This stuff looks like piss. So
It probably is pickle piss.
honestly, we are drinking piss. Bro, you got to pour your own. Speaking of piss, let's talk about the
What we just
Hoarders.
watched?
Yeah, the Hoarders episode
What we watched
that
before we
just
started
watched.
this
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
So, you ready? Let's take this first
All right.
before I throw up.
Slap it.
So we watched an episode of Hoarders before we started the pod, and it was a poop lady. Poop lady. So like this lady apparently has been living in this house for the last 10, 15 years, moved in originally with her mom, and they just, I guess the septic tank was supposed to get emptied out, and then her mom stopped getting trash service, so they just never threw anything away. They stopped getting the septic tank like cleaned out however often they had to do it, and they just started pissing and shitting in bottles and just left it everywhere
All over.
and then eventually it got to the point. Remember the bucket? She had a poop bucket, and then for her poop bucket, she had a smaller poop bucket in case the poop bucket, the normal 5-gallon Home Depot heavy duty poop bucket, got fucking too heavy to carry.
Yeah, the smaller one was handed down to her from her mom, though. That's the crazy thing.
Dude, the one,
Generational
the pan,
shit.
and then you remember she's using a coffee mug to scoop the Duke out.
Didn't she drink out of that mug, too?
No, I don't think so. Let's not go there. I don't want to put that on her, bro. She was a dirty lady, but I don't want to put that on her.
Yeah, I mean, don't they say that's like a mental disorder? Like
It
hoarding?
definitely, it has to be a mental disorder.
I think the episodes where they clean up like feces and just hazardous houses versus the ones where people are hoarding like actual stuff like cars, like memorable items. I think those are the people that get better quicker. The ones that are like, they have to get shit cleaned out of their house because what are you holding on to? There's nothing to hold on to. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about like the ones with all the trash?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like the
yeah,
ones with
compared to
shit?
people just like
Yeah.
had like hoarding collectible shit.
Pretty much. But
Fuck, I used to hoard tech decks and Hot Wheels.
we couldn't afford those growing up.
Shut up.
I'm lying.
I know you are, motherfucker.
Man, but it'd be crazy. I mean, I definitely appreciate the things that I have when I look at stuff like that because some people have it bad. Some people have it bad. They don't know they have it bad. But if I had to walk into a house like that every day that you can't even walk into, it'd be
Well, I
tough.
wouldn't. Well,
It'd be
that's what
tough.
I'm saying is like, dude, I get a few things on my floor, and then I'm like, ew.
We keep
Like,
our place
I'm
pretty
like ready
clean.
to just start cleaning it.
Yeah, we keep our place pretty clean. My girl is definitely like a neat freak. I would say I'm pretty clean too, but
And for the record, I want to say on the pod, she said I could bring my dog over next time I come over. So I'm just saying that for the record.
Yeah.
So
it's about to be a no.
you know
dog
who you
zone.
are if you see this. You said I could bring Juice over next time I come over.
Yeah, it's a cute little dog though. Honestly,
Yeah, I know you're always trying to say he's fucking ugly, dude. He is not ugly.
he looks like
He is the bro. When I first got him, he looked like a baby hyena.
Looks like a
he was
doofy.
he was like a baby hyena with just a big old fat pot belly. Like whenever you'd sit down, his belly was bigger than the rest of it.
Dogs are so cute when they're puppies.
I know.
It depends on the breed, though. I grew up around like Presa Canarios, if you guys know what those are. Pretty big dogs, but when they're puppies, they're so cute. And they get like 160. You're just like, what do I do with you?
That's the dog. That's what your dad had, right? The girl when he brought him, he brought her to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was cute.
The black
as
one.
Fuck. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And then we had a fawn one just recently. He just passed away recently.
The big one that was at your mom's house.
Mm-hmm. His name was Boris.
Damn.
Called him Boris the animal. He was pretty big boy.
Did he just get old?
Mm-hmm. They don't have a long. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
For dogs, I don't really know what the general span of lifetime is, but for the Presas, it's like 10 years, 8 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Cancer's pretty prominent in that breed too.
I mean, that's still pretty good. 8-10 years. I mean, like my dog probably get like 12 max. You know, so like not that much more.
Yeah. I mean, I've grown up around like my dad, because he's a dog person, and just dogs being around, but I've never actually like owned my own dog. So
dude, I love it. I mean,
it's hard to think about, like, you have this thing you're so attached to, but it's just like, eventually you're gonna have to either put them down, or they're just gonna be in so much pain. It's so hard. That's why I got a tortoise. I did get a tortoise.
Because how long is that motherfucker gonna live? Like 50 years?
They're like 40 to 45 years. Yeah. I mean, honestly,
bro, that'll probably be a worse emotional like attachment thing. Like you're gonna be like 60, 70 years old, and that thing's gonna die, and you're gonna fucking just cry.
Yeah, no, I think about it, would be pretty sad. But I mean, think about it. It's like will insurance, because guess what? If I have kids and they're spoiled fucking brats, they're not getting shit from me. I'm putting my tortoise in the will. He's getting everything.
I don't know if you can do that, dude.
We'll see. Probably not, though.
And then you're gonna have kids just trying to like accidentally, like, oh, I accidentally stepped on fucking Uncle Tortoise over here.
Oh no,
cracking the shell.
Ass whooping waiting to happen.
Yeah, dude. 30, 35, 40 years? Or did you say 40?
45 years, yeah. I think so.
And if you just keep getting him a bigger tank, will he just keep growing?
I don't know. I'm honestly not sure. I rescued him from Petland, so I did a little bit of research, but they're really not that much maintenance. I mean, he hangs out with me, watches TV with me.
I know you should have brought him.
I thought about it. Honestly, I was leaving to come here, and he was staring at me. He's like, bro, I thought you was taking me. I was like, no, I can't this time. Not this time. Maybe if I ever come back on the podcast, then I'll bring him. He can roam around.
Bro, I told you. Get lost. Told you, get your girl to make him a little Ninja Turtles outfit and just put it on him, and we'll just leave him like right here between the mics. He'll just hang out.
He would fall asleep probably right back here.
Yeah, fuck, I'll move my arm, let the camera see him.
Man,
that'd be sick. We got like a whole zoo in this motherfucker. There's a couple cats out there.
A couple is a lot of
dog.
cats.
You bring a turtle.
You know what I want? What I really want, but
snake.
No.
I want a chameleon, dude. I want to be able to have to like wake up every morning and like try to find him in the cage. I think it'd be cool.
Until you're late for work? Because you couldn't find him?
Well, I'll put some weight on the fucking thing so he can't get out, but
yeah. One of my close friends, he has an iguana. That's kind of cool. Vegetarian and everything, but they're just cool.
Those things will just keep growing. Like if you don't, yeah.
His was huge. And
apparently they live a while. Like they can live like 15, 16 years, something like that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, he said he almost didn't have the time to take care of him, so he was going to give him away to this guy. And like right at the end of the deal, he backed out of it because he was like, all right, I'm going to find a way because I just love this thing. He was like, man, that sucks. The other guy, he was like, man, that sucks. Those things are so tasty. And I'm just like, what? Yikes. Yeah.
He was going to eat
the guy was going to eat it.
Or the iguana?
Yeah. I was like, sheesh. Good thing he didn't give him away.
They must have been Mexicans. Oh my God. Something.
Bearded dragons are cool too. Pretty cool exotic animals.
Mexican, so I'm allowed to say that.
Half of him is allowed to say that. Let's get the record straight.
Fuck, man. So, I've known you for a while now, couple years.
I think it's
It's
been longer
Honda.
than a couple.
Yeah. Uh,
Time flies when you're having fun.
so you're still working at Honda, obviously.
I am. I'm a mechanic, or if you want to be fancy about it, you can say technician. I think that's the new word for mechanics nowadays.
Why? Oh, because now you're more than just working on
I don't know. They always just
mechanical
say
stuff.
tech. I don't know, but it is getting pretty fancy though. Electrical stuff. I mean, cars now they can do a lot. Um, between the new pilots, I mean, you got so many cameras. They literally show everywhere around the car for the
Did
camera.
any of them have the like the 3D view yet? You know what I'm talking about? The one that like shows you from above.
Yeah.
Some
With
of them
like
have that now.
it's not like an official like 3D thing, but it's just from like an aerial angle. You can see the front, the sides, and the rear on the new
Yeah.
2023 Pilot, I believe.
Huh.
It's been the passport, but
Wow.
it's pretty cool until you look at it from a mechanic's point of view. That if any of these cameras go out, I got to aim all of them, so that's gonna suck. But I think there's a machine out there that they're trying to push to all the dealerships that will aim all of them in like 7 minutes, so that'll be cool. That'll be nice.
That would suck having to fuck with all these cameras.
Yeah, I mean, there's radars, cameras, some.
Oh, so you guys have to do stuff with the radars too?
Yeah, you have to
Oh,
calibrate
I
them.
didn't know that.
Damn.
Has it already been 10 minutes?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is a little bit of dead air.
A little bit, but it must be done. So
I guess so.
basically, anything that has to be programmed, aimed, we have to do it. So the radar, you can have like a static aim. So the car might just be sitting in the shop. You take your measurements and then you can aim it with a little setup thing.
Oh, I've seen them do.
Yeah, you've
Well, yeah,
probably
when I
seen
worked
it.
there, I saw that. This is how dumb I am. Okay, I thought that they were doing this for the headlights. I thought that they were like trying to adjust the headlight.
I mean, yeah, no,
Because
I can't,
now that I
can't
think
defend
about
you
it,
there, I can't.
you remember when we won't say names, but the creepy dude that used to work there.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Remember, he would always have that flat, and he would always be doing that shit
taking
right
it
there,
up,
and
yeah.
always taping all that shit up. I thought he was trying to get the head. Yeah, whatever, man. It don't matter. There's an echo in this room, and I keep hearing it sometimes. Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard it that time. Man, that dude was creepy.
Creeper, dude.
But no, you have that, which is your static aim, and then you can go out and drive the car, which is the dynamic aim. So you have to do both essentially. But I think the newer ones you can do either or. But I've seen some of them you have to just do both.
That like when he's doing that for the radars, that's like the lane sensing radar shit, right? The LiDAR, whatever.
What do you mean? Like if it's showing which lane you're in?
Yeah.
No, it's for like whenever you use like cruise control, the newer Hondas, they'll have like a distancing thing. So it'll tell you, you can set your cruise control for how close you want the car to start braking for you, or when it's
because I know some of them have that shit too. Where it like if it feels a car coming like close, it lights up it'll
say braking, something like that.
No, but on some of those Odysseys, it would like move you, it would move you into the lane.
I could see it.
Dude.
Me personally, do I experience it? No, but like the lane change, if you don't have the blinker on, it won't let you change lanes.
Really?
I mean, it will let you, but it's gonna shake the steering wheel. It's gonna try and bring you back to the lane. There's the newer ones. I think an Accord that they let me rent. It was a Sport. That thing would make the turns for me.
What?
It's like, man, that's some fancy shit. I mean, I drive a Subaru 14 BRZ, so it don't have anything in it other than just sporty stuff. And then my '99 Lexus GS 300 with the 2J in it, by the way.
But it's not the GTE.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
2J is a
does.
2J. All right, whatever.
It does matter.
More turbos, more problems, and it's got two of them. But I would like to get a GTE. I remember you could get those things, engine and transmission, for like $3,500. Now, $8,000.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but oh well, I'll cry about it later.
Maybe you can hit up Cody. He can help you turn that into a GTE.
Bro, that dude does some cool stuff. Honestly, I was just looking at his story. He was doing something with an engine and working on a Ford, and me. Sorry for all you Ford people out there, not a fan. But you know, he's helping people out, honestly, because the prices for some of this stuff, some of the dealership work, outrageous. I think our dealership rate's like it's somewhere in between 130 and 150 now. That's crazy. Crazy.
Damn, bro. Don't be telling that, dude. They're gonna fire you.
They might, but you know, hopefully they raise it.
No, then nobody's gonna come get it done.
Dude, people will pay. It's crazy. Dude, there's been like a 99 Accord come through. I mean, straight beater. Needs like $7,000 worth of work. All right, get it done. Like, you sure? Like, you know, you could just get a new car. Nope, get it done. I like this car. Okay, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I remember, like, some people just have too much money in the first place, but, like, because I remember one lady, she had, like, nails and, like, too close to the sidewall, so we couldn't repair it.
Mhm.
She didn't want to get 2 new tires, or it might have just been one. She didn't even want to get, like, a new tire, so she's like, I'm just going to look at another car. Like, okay.
Yeah.
You're going to look at another car because you didn't want to replace
A
a
tire.
fucking tire
Yeah.
that's cheaper than what you would do.
Yeah, that is a lot of money. We have this guy who comes into the shop. He's an anesthesiologist, and he's got 6 or 7 like 90s Accords, and he fixes them all.
Well,
So-
think about, dude, those dudes make so much money just by doing what Bill Cosby basically did, but for surgery. And minus the touching. I'm not saying he's a diddler.
I mean, yeah, that sucked too. I mean, I've seen the Cosby Show growing up, but
Me too.
my main thing of like Bill Cosby was his Did you ever see the Fat Albert cartoons?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
went and
was
saw
on
the
DVD,
movie when
yeah.
it came out.
Remember
yeah.
the little the mini skits in those, the Brown Hornet? Like I like that one, and just because Bill Cosby was narrating it, he just has one of those voices. I mean, I can't say that anymore because
I'll be down to let the plane pop. Yeah, that shit.
But yeah,
Bro, apparently he's on tour right now. Like
Bill
doing
Cosby?
doing a comedy
Doing
tour.
what?
You didn't know he was a stand-up first?
I don't keep up with a lot of things, but I did not see that one coming.
Bill Cosby originally is a stand-up comedian.
Never knew. Learn something every day.
And like I've heard Joe Rogan talk about like he was one of the best, like he was really good. I guess he was like a clean comic, I think, which is real ironic, but apparently Netflix has like a special, like his last special that he did, but you know, then all that shit happened and it's kind of like we can't really release this, but I say fuck it, just release it.
I mean, yeah. Shit.
I mean, they still got Chris D'Elia specials and shit going out, and that dude was fucking talking to little girls. So,
You know, it's crazy what money can do because I mean, if you're making so much money,
why do
paying
you
for
want to
these
fuck? Why do you
lawyers-
want to fuck little high school girls if you're making millions of dollars? Like,
I mean,
that makes no sense to me.
because they're just people, you know. They're just people. They just
So
have a lot of money, so they
it's
can,
just
they can
ironic.
get away with the small things that are not. I mean, obviously that's not a small thing, but you know, like things that are like serious deals. They can just sweep them under the rug with money.
Pay their way out of it.
What? I mean, shit.
Speaking of that, dude, I just saw, you know, like Andrew Tate just got out of jail or whatever.
I slightly keep up with it, but not much. But I did see he was out.
So I don't even know if it was real because I didn't look at it, which I probably should stop doing if I'm going to talk about stuff. But I just saw a headline that says 3 girls are now accusing Andrew Tate of rape and something else, I guess. Like 3 different girls, apparently.
Think that's coordinated or no?
Obviously.
I mean, yeah, I would agree. Because, I mean, in reality, you would just come out when the man's already under pressure. You know, that way, if they are guilty, then they're not getting out. But if you wait till they get out, then you come out.
I mean, the dude sat in solitary confinement for like 3 months or something like that.
Was it 3 months? Yeah.
Well, they've been in there since the day after Christmas of last year.
Yeah.
Up until April, like the beginning of April was when they got out.
It's weird. I think like 3 months before all that shit with him happened, I was actually like the first time I actually saw like, oh, this is Andrew Tate, whatever. And I actually subscribed to his emails. I thought he was very motivational. Then all that shit came out. I'm like, damn, I don't even know how to unsubscribe to these. But
I mean, that's good, bro. It is motivational, bro. Like he, even regardless of what like anybody is saying about, oh, he's misogynist, he's sexist, blah blah, whatever. It's like, it is like, bro. Imagine if you had been like, let's say in like a shitty spot as like a teenager, and you just saw this dude, just telling some real shit. Like, it is motivational.
I respect that he tells things.
He's telling them to just like, they're trying to make dudes pussies now, and like everybody fucking,
Yeah,
if you act like a man, it's fucking toxic masculinity now at this point. Like,
yeah, I definitely see a little bit of that in society. I mean, it's just it's so hard to find like people that will tell you like it is to your face. I think even like in high school, someone can say one thing to you and then the next minute it's just like, man, I thought they liked me, but they're talking shit behind your back. God damn, this timer's already going off. They could be talking shit behind your back, and then you just never know what people's true intentions are. So I do respect anybody who will just be like, all right, this was going on, point blank. Anybody else who thinks otherwise can fuck off. Just respect someone just being honest. Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, I think people made it, and it's funny, you see, like, and I'm sure you could turn it either, like, any way, but, like, and maybe they didn't show it, but sometimes you'd see those videos where they'd ask girls, like, what don't you like about Andrew Tate, and it's just, like, they have no answer. They just say he's misogynist or sexist, and then, or sometimes they're like, I don't know, I just don't like him. It's like, okay.
Well, I mean, it's not just him. There's so many people out there that just have opinions about stuff that are just against something and they don't even know why. It's just like, society is just hectic. It's hectic. You know what I do every Saturday morning? For whatever reason, it's just become my thing.
News?
No, hell no. I hop on Instagram and I see a controversial topic or just video, and then I go straight to the comments. And I mean, you'll see people agreeing with whoever, you'll see people disagreeing, you'll see people, gassing somebody because they spelled something wrong. And it's just like, God damn. Yeah. Nobody can catch a break. So
the comments are crazy.
It's like pure entertainment. It's bad, but
Did you see that video I sent you today? That was like, I can't remember what the music was behind it, but it was like a dude, and you couldn't see it was a dude sitting on a ladder, but it was just the camera facing down at a toilet, and then like it hits a certain part of the beat of the song, and he just shits from like 10 feet up.
No.
And it doesn't even make it on the toilet. It just like hits the fucking side in the bowl.
Bro, that's another thing. Social media, people are getting views and likes and getting rich off of the weirdest shit. I mean,
I know. I'm about to fucking like go furry or something for this podcast. Like,
dude, I mean, you got people will literally just post them doing like ASMR stuff, like scraping. There's one that someone's scraping off wax and like into the containers. That's all they're doing, and they're getting like millions of views. I'm like, man,
you think those people are making money though, just sitting there like fucking cutting bars of soap and shit?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Don't some people get like or a certain amount of money per like subscription, little views, a little bit of that? I don't know how that whatever works. Platform works, but
I know like for YouTube, like, I mean, I guess if there's enough people watching fucking like soap and shit, like soap cutting or something. Is that somebody at the door? Okay, hold on. We'll be right back.
Robbed, dude.
All right, and we're back.
We are back. Let's start the timer again.
So, what were we talking about? Followers, social media making money.
I mean, people get millions of views just showing them sitting in bathrooms with the person next to them shitting themselves, like ripping ass.
What?
It's crazy. Yeah.
What are you watching?
Dude, I just scroll. I just
Oh, you're talking
scroll.
about it on like Instagram?
Yeah, on like the shorts. This girl was in the bathroom and the girl next to her was just singing, and next thing you know, she was lactose intolerant or something, and just ate a bowl of mac and cheese. It was deadly, but
I mean, I've seen a video like that where the guy like just made a video where he's like, "Baby, are you okay?" And she's like, "No," and then you just hear it fucking just yeah,
yeah. I mean,
it's gross.
Shit. So
I like Beetlejuice, bro. Beetlejuice is in my algorithm a lot.
Like,
you know Beetlejuice, right? Little black dude.
Oh,
Beetlejuice.
For what?
He's just funny as fuck, bro.
I mean,
you gotta. I'm telling you, YouTube. Like, I watched just like I just like went on YouTube and looked up Beetlejuice, and you can find all the videos of like when he was on the Howard Stern show, and bro, it's just insane. Like, he started out as a tossed midget, like with a midget tosser. Like, I watched the first time he ever came on Howard Stern. He was getting tossed like in bars. This dude's whole like thing was just tossing midgets, like just throwing them. And Beetlejuice was one of them.
I mean,
how do you get into the game of like? How do you get into that?
Find their way somehow, but
like
it's like micro wrestling, you know?
Yeah, but that's like, not that's like a real like that's something that I could understand, but I can't understand why somebody would be like, you know what? I'm gonna see if someone will pay me to throw a midget.
I mean, I don't think midget is the proper term anyway. I think it's little people. Little person.
Whatever, I don't give a fuck
about the
little
proper person
term.
Get paid well for getting tossed around?
I don't know.
I mean,
it was Beetlejuice.
That would be something to look into. I bet the salary is probably decent to get tossed around as a little person.
I mean, he should be just making half the salary that a normal. I'd be pissed if that dude was making the same amount as me, bro.
That's fucked up.
I'm not that tall, but
yeah, I mean, shit. If it pays good, I mean, shit. Be like a little stuntman.
I mean, I don't want to be like a fucking Mexican toss. Like, I don't want to get like thrown by some like giant Norwegian like Viking dude, like that dude from the Game of Thrones. I don't even know what his name's, like the Mountain or something. I never watched Game of Thrones. I don't know. It's just some huge fucking dude they called like Thor or something like that. I don't know.
Game of Thrones was pretty good though.
Never watched it.
But you should. It's so good. And then the House of Dragons. If anyone's watching it, I can't wait for the new season because getting pretty fire. Honestly,
I just never was into like the Lord of the Rings shit.
Oh
like,
gosh, you're missing out. So you're not into the Hobbit?
I never did any of that shit, bro. I like Star Wars. I fuck with Star Wars.
Man. I think the only thing I remember from Star Wars, like I want to watch it, but I just can't get into it. Same with the Harry Potters. I make it to like the fifth movie, and then I just can't do it anymore. But
a bunch of virgins, bro. Like, I mean, come on.
Every crowd likes their own thing. You know, I'm not gonna judge anybody. You know, I try.
I am, bro.
But The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, this shit's just so fire. But one thing I remember from Star Wars was when
Star Wars is a fucking man's movie.
When I forgot who it was, but they got their arm and leg chopped off. Both
Luke?
the legs. Yeah, was that Luke? Okay.
Or not Luke. No, that was Anakin.
I don't know. I don't really know Star Wars like that, but I was like, damn. That was crazy.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know, man. I'm going to get fucking ripped apart for this.
We both are, but
I haven't seen Star Wars in forever.
I've never claimed to actually be into the Star Wars thing, so that's my excuse. He has no excuse. But and The Hobbit.
Didn't say I was like super into it, but like
I just like
I'd prefer those movies over watching some like fucking dildo baggins or something. Like,
those are fighting words. I will jump across the.
I don't want to watch these fucking little hairy fucking half humans.
It's such a good story though. I mean, you just can't go wrong.
I know about Schmeagol. I definitely know about Schmeagol.
I mean, yeah. I hope you would know your twin brother. there are some good, you know, there's some good songs out there that like transcend just time. Can you name one? Can you name one?
From like Lord of
No,
the
no, no, no.
Rings.
Different.
Just a
Whole
song in
different. Yeah,
general.
yeah, yeah. I was thinking of just movies that are just so good. They just
So
all
songs.
generations know
Okay, so
them.
this brings me to a good point. So I'll answer that question. But I had a new thing I want to bring on every week now. So I'll have mine and then I'll ask you. You know, like I want to do most American thing of the week.
Most American thing of the week.
Yeah,
Ooh.
in your opinion. So first for mine, we'll answer your original question. Freebird by Leonard Skinner. An amazing song that transcends time and the most American thing of the week for me.
Most American.
You know Freebird, right?
I'd have to hear the song, but I believe I've heard it. I believe I've heard it.
Oh man.
If I heard a little bit of it, I wish we could play it a little bit.
It's like
oh,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a 9-minute song.
Just sing it.
No, and it starts off like slow, but then the dude does like a 6-minute guitar solo, and it's like the most insane guitar solo ever.
I do like a good
It's
guitar
sick.
solo. Most American thing of the week for me. Hate to say it, but it's probably this American flag behind me right here. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're about here.
I guess
We are in America, the greatest country in the world, but
yeah,
that might be up for debates if you're a cuck, but you know, or you're just Canadian. Which,
I just
sorry,
want lower. I just want lower gas
Sorry,
prices. That's all I want. That's all I ask for. Lower gas prices, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, when you're slapping gears, premium goes by fast. No, I did see this Chevy truck, and I forgot what the sticker said. It was something like America, and he had his truck nuts hanging like low enough to scrape on the ground. So
Nice.
It was, I mean, it's like midnight, but I mean sparks, and I'm like, that screams America. All right, let's take.
I mean, I've said it before. The owner of my of the company I work at, he's got a Chevy, and he's just fucking on the back of his truck. He's got 2 stickers on the tailgate that are just middle fingers, and one says "fuck Joe Biden," and the other one says something. Joe Biden sucks.
There you go. To each their own.
But he owns the business, so I mean, who's gonna tell him?
My dad's such a little kid. He's got a sticker on the back of his Camaro that says "Powered by D's Nuts." It's just, you just look at it, you're just like, fuck, dude. Whatever.
And he's got the drop top, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. I'm not a
V6
big
drop
fan.
top.
Yeah. I told that man, I said, look, dude, if you're getting an American made car, you know, domestic, get a V8. It's not a muscle car unless you get 8 cylinders. It's just one of those things. No, I don't need a V8, blah, blah, blah.
And he could have got a deal on it too, right? Still.
Yeah, because he works for GM. And I think like a week ago, he's like, yeah, you were right. I need a little bit more. I need the V8. I'm like, what, man? Which I guess, we'll talk about this. You ever think there was instances where you just wish your parents listened to you more? You know? Whether they treated you like you didn't know shit. Like a recent thing. You don't really, I mean.
Yeah. I guess so.
I get it. You don't really talk to your dad, so.
Yeah. We're going to cut that out.
Good. I feel bad now.
No, I'm going to leave it in for Jason now.
Bro, that's what you should have
Sorry,
on here.
Jason.
Jason,
bro.
That is
Jason lives
funny,
fucking 5 minutes away.
That is a funny motherfucker.
I should get him on here, dude. He probably wouldn't want to do it. He'd be like, nah, man, I don't want to be on the internet.
You're going to hate
dude.
me. For those of you, I mean, you guys don't know Jason, but he's just to sum him up, he's a non-tipper. He goes to restaurants and he tips very little to none, and good man at heart, but man, what a douchebag. I try and get him to do it, but
he built my computer. Thanks, Jason.
What a nerd.
Did I send you that in Reservoir Dogs in the beginning, Steve Buscemi, they're all sitting there eating at the diner, and they're all talking about the Madonna's like a virgin is about her being a whore or something. But anyway, that doesn't matter. It's like at the end, they're all like throwing it. The boss like buys it, but they all just he's like everybody just throwing a dollar for a tip, and Steve Buscemi's like I don't tip. And then he gave a big long speech, and that's I recorded that part and sent it to Jason in the group chat a long time ago.
Dude, I've argued with this dude, and he will literally like
I know, dude.
counter argue.
Videos pop up randomly, like of you two arguing when we were at work back in the day.
Me and this dude used to like butt heads. It's like we both want the same goal, but I was like Martin Luther King and he was like Malcolm X. You know? I hate to make the comparison, but same goal, just completely opposite ways of going about it. And we used to come to fist fights. But, 2 minutes later, we'd be all right. Like, yeah, fuck you, whatever. We're cool. So, this is the good part about it. But, cool, dude. He just doesn't tip. So, kind of a piece of shit.
But I mean, in his defense, it is on the employer to pay their employees.
Okay, all right. If you're gonna get hate for anything out of this, is gonna be that. I mean,
Yeah, whatever.
I tip pretty well, but I mean,
those dykes to fight me.
There's like random things because, I mean, I'm not picky. I'm not picky about like if someone messes up my order. If I ask for waffle fries and get regular fries, I don't care. But there is one little thing that I have. I feel kind of bad about it. If I ask for a sweet tea and I get unsweet tea, taking $1 off.
I don't blame you for.
I can't do it.
I don't. But you just tell them.
I know,
but I don't blame because I feel that, but I'm the reverse of that because I don't want sweet tea. I want unsweet tea.
Unsweet tea is just so nasty.
No, it's not.
What is it? Just I don't know. Everybody has their own thing, but unsweet tea it just shouldn't be it.
And
it shouldn't exist.
Bro, the sweet. Well, and because I drink so much tea, it's like if I was to drink just sweet tea all the time, I would just have diabetes right now.
You drink a lot of water.
Yeah, but still, all that soda? Sugar. Yeah, but still. I dude, like, whenever I was working at Honda, I was drinking just as much tea as Mike because he was sending me to go get the tea. So, like, I would drink just as much as him. And if I drank fucking 2 or 3 of the biggest Quick Trip cups of fucking tea, of all sweet tea.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not into all the health stuff. I mean, I probably should be more healthy, hitting the gym with me, bro. We do need to go to the gym, but the last thing I want to worry about is how much tea I drink or how much sugar I take. But some people have to, so I guess I should appreciate that I don't have to worry about it.
Well, I do. You should, because there's something that I think that there's some diseases, or I guess not diseases, like health risks, for some reason that other races get than are more susceptible to.
Like what?
Like diabetes.
Is that a
yeah, like black people get it a lot, Mexicans, that's the only ones that I really know about. I'm sure there's more.
I mean, I guess learn something new every day, but really, is sweet tea gonna like?
Well, I mean, just think about how much sugar that is. Like, I mean, you got to think.
We'll have to do the math on this, but I think if you have a sweet tea once a day.
Well, that's what my stepdad did for so long, but that's the thing is like he would have a sweet tea and donuts every morning for however long.
Skip the donut
but the thing is he's not fat. Like he's built like you, but just taller.
And he's like diabetes.
He just like one of the last times he went to the doctor, they said he was pre-diabetic, so he just quit doing all that shit.
Damn.
But granted, he's like in his mid-50s, so I mean,
maybe I'll drink half a cup a day then. I don't know.
I guess if you had one, like maybe if you just had like a small one, like you get like one of the bottles, maybe you just have one of those, or just get like a kid's cup. It's like sweet, or do half and half. So it's like half sweet, so it's just a little less sweet.
I drink the half and half twisted tea.
Ew, bro. I just remember twisted teas back in the day, like before, like when they just had the regular,
the original.
It was gross.
I drink all the twisted teas,
and I like tea, but that shit was nasty.
I don't know. I like twisted tea, but
Is the original one like unsweet?
no, they're all sweet.
Oh,
But I
gross.
mean,
I remember the
as
first time
far
I
as
had sweet tea, I just poured it out and I was like, "What the fuck is
what the
this?"
fuck is wrong with you? I mean, I can't drink beer, so twisted tea is kind of like my beer. So I don't really have much options.
Yeah.
Kind of stuck with it, but it is good. Honestly, I'm a whiskey guy, but can't just be drinking 10 whiskeys in one setting. 10 shots of whiskey. Be deadly.
Tequila.
Ew.
I love tequila.
I did just get. Do you have like a? Do you have like a fancy bottle of tequila that's just like you're proud of? You're proud to own.
I thought there was one here that I love. I think it's at my house, but yeah, it's a jug that's like handmade in Mexico, and it's like
Yeah, that's pretty
Mexican
cool.
tequila.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll keep a little piece of my heritage around.
Here you go. I just copped a bottle of Eagle Rare. For those who know what it is,
I don't.
if you know, you know. It's pretty 10-year actually.
What is it?
It's a whiskey, but it's
What's
like
it
a
called?
Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's allegedly like some higher end. I mean, someone out there is gonna have something that they like better than it, and then, I mean, I kind of like some stuff better than it too. But it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, you know what you're talking about. If you got a bottle of Eagle Rare, 10-year. I think the bottle was
10-year.
yeah, 10-year.
So it's aged for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like legit just keeping this shit in barrels for like 10 years, just
Yeah.
sitting in a room.
Yeah, I mean,
That's wild.
apparently the longer it's in a barrel, the better it tastes. Just to give you a price example and allegedly the quality, the Eagle Rare 10-year bottle I got for $100. Definitely overpaid for it, but I got it for $100. The 20-year bottle, if you ever find it, they're selling for like 13, 15 grand.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, dude, that's what. Whenever at Macadoodles, they
Mhm.
had. I was just looking at like the most expensive, like whatever they had,
Yeah.
and the whiskey that I found, it came in like this nice wooden case, and it was like $1,200, $1,300 for just this bottle,
When I went to
but
Tennessee,
not 15. That's fucking crazy.
dude, it's crazy. God damn.
Already.
Shit's coming in hot. When I went to Tennessee, I went to this liquor store and they had a bottle of, I forgot what it was, but it was $5 grand. And I asked the lady, I'm like, do people actually buy this shit? She's like, yeah, usually it's like rich people, business people, athletes, pro athletes. They come in and buy it. I'm like, damn, $5 grand on a bottle? Not even savoring it, just
What was it though?
bro, you probably need more. I don't know what it was. It would look like some sort of whiskey, but
I don't like whiskey though.
I do love a good old fashioned.
I can't drink it. Shit's nasty.
You like this shot glass? It is the backside of Mount Rushmore. I wish they could see it. It's just literally asses from the shot glass.
I don't know. I mean, I've just never had like, the only way I would really even try whiskey again is if I had like a really expensive whiskey. But that's the thing is like I'm never gonna buy that, and somebody who does buy that, it's not just gonna give like they're not just gonna want to give me I mean, I guess I could just try a little bit.
You'd be surprised. I mean, if you just find that one random person who just collects a bunch of alcohol, they'll be ready to be like, try this. This is so expensive. Try this. I got this for this much. They almost like want to flex it on you, you know,
Yeah.
in a way. But I mean, the guy who gave me the shot glass, he was in my automotive classes. But I'm 23. He's like 48. He was taking automotive classes. I shit you not, one of the most interesting people I've ever met, honestly. 24 years in the Marine Corps, and he retired. He gets like 9-10 grand a month from the military, and he just has his own farm. And he said, when my dad-in-law passed, I got like 200 grand worth of shop equipment, and I wanted to learn how to use it. So here I am. He was just taking classes just because. And I'm like, must be nice. God damn. But he had us over one day and he was just showing us all his like, he's a Jack guy. So he's got like these limited edition Jack Daniel bottles. One was like $800. He's like, yeah, try this.
Ew, for Jack Daniels?
Yeah. But cool guy. But he was ready to. He had everything in his shop, man. It's almost like a lifestyle I want to have, just not so far into the sticks. You know, just have my own little shop, own little man cave, hang out, just relax.
Decorated with Bud Light.
For all
What do you
you
think
Bud
about
Light
that?
drinkers, Bud Light is piss water. But I cannot drink beer. Fun fact. Um, I cannot burp. So anything carbonated just sits in my chest and I can't drink it. So I avoid beer at all cost. One. But if I had to talk about this Bud Light transgender clip controversy thing going on, I personally don't care. But I mean, it's like a weird little collab, you know? People just don't like it. And
I mean, I don't really care either way because I'm also on the same side as you, as in, like, I don't like beer and it tastes like piss. But I just think it's funny that they've lost $6 billion in a week with this decision. I mean,
do you agree with cuz I get it, it's a iffy topic to talk about. Do you agree that they did that with the transgender person? Do you think that was okay?
for them to do it,
Yeah.
I mean,
Kind of in support.
I don't. I mean, like, I don't really care if they did it or not. Just, but like, they know they know their core demographic of like who's buying this beer. They know that even if there are, if there are transgender people out there that are out here fucking, just copping cases of Bud Light and, you know, pounding it with the bros or the sisses or whatever, it's like
Mm-hmm.
cool, but 99% of their core demographic of beer drinkers are probably fucking frat boys in college, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a
Yeah.
cheap beer,
Mm-hmm.
and then fucking just blue collar, like middle America. Like it's from the fucking Anheuser Busch is in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Like it's here. It's from here in Missouri. So the people that drink it, there are. I'm not saying there's not any trans people that don't drink beer, but not like a major majority of their fucking the people that buy it are not trans. So
All right. Here's the way I see it, because I'm not really with either side. I don't really care either way. I can't find any reason to care. It doesn't affect me. I
I
don't
still
care.
just think it's gross though.
Yeah, but the way I see it, cause and effect. You assess what you're gonna do. Assess, because I'm doing this, what is the effect? They know, like you said, they know what kind of crowd they attract, so they know the kind of effect it's gonna have if they do X, Y, Z. So if they're willing to accept that, then by all means, you can do whatever you want. If you are ready to accept the consequences, the backlash, the whatever you know is gonna come, and you're okay with that, by all means. To each their
Well,
own.
apparently what I read was that the higher ups, which I'd assume means like the CEOs, the owners and shit of the
Mhm.
company, didn't know that this lady that they had put in charge of like the marketing department or whatever was going to do this. They didn't know till like a week before or like the day of or something like that. So they were unaware that she was going to do this allegedly, which I find kind of hard to believe.
I think it's going to be a fine line, like a double-edged sword, because if you come out and say, all right, we didn't mean for this to happen, we didn't know this was going to happen, then guess what? Now you've got a whole community, LGBTQ community, coming after you. They're coming after you hard.
But
Probably worse than they come
that
after Dave
community
Chappelle.
is smaller than the mass majority.
Think so?
Yeah.
Think so?
And you give it a few years, half of that community will be gone because they'll realize that they were just like, they just got older.
I think these next 5 to 10 years, just in society, are going to be very interesting. Me, I don't really verse myself or engulf myself in all the things that are going on today because I got my own life to live. I can't worry about anybody else. But I think it'll be interesting to sit back and look at from a distance on how things change in the next 5 to 10 years. And people,
So what do you?
cars,
So then,
everything.
what do you think about what's going on right now? You know, just the climate, just the climate of America in general. Do
I've
you
been seeing.
think? Do you? Well, so then, do you think that this ends well? The track we're going down right now,
I mean,
the path that we're going down right now. Do you believe that this will end well?
hopefully, I have hope. I'm a very hopeful person, but realistically, it's got to get worse before it gets better, I think. But
Yeah.
I think it's gonna get pretty bad. But at the end of the day, I'm a selfish person. As long as I can get me a Mark IV Supra, I don't care what happens around me.
Yeah, just don't
Hate
take
to
my
say it.
Skyline.
You can have that thing.
No, I didn't mean you. I meant them.
But
Whoever they them are.
I have no problem with any community, but I keep telling my parents and everyone I'm around, like, I think I have early stages of Alzheimer's. So I can't remember 50 different pronouns. I literally can't do it. So I've always thought, I run this scenario in my head because I'm a weird person who does that. I've just thought, like, if I ever am approached with, someone asking me, like, if I ask me to remember their pronouns or, expressing to me, like, I go by he, she, they, them, us, we, box, potato, I don't know. Like, how would I react? How would I respond? And I think I would have to be honest with them. Like, look, man, I don't remember what I did earlier today. I won't remember this. I'm sorry, but I just won't. I think everyone should really just stay in their own lane. I think people are so engulfed in what other people are doing nowadays that they forget, who cares what other people do? Who cares? But
Can
also,
can I just call them by their name? Wouldn't that be easier?
you could. I mean, the fucked up, situation or the fucked up answer I came to was whenever you just, are introducing them or doing something, you just leave a blank so they can fill it in, you know.
Hi, this is.
Exactly. You can't go wrong. I mean, you can't be wrong because whatever they were thinking, that's what it is. I saw this video. 1 second. Let me take this. Whoo! That one hit me different. I was watching this video right before I came here. It was some guy interviewing a non-binary person, and what they did, they had scrunchies on their wrist. There was 4 different scrunchies, and whatever color scrunchie it was, that was for what they wanted to identify by that day. So he, she, they, or he, him, she, her, they, them, and then the last one, which you never really see, is what she said was dragon something. So, and she said it could change by the day, it could change by the minute.
Yeah, that's gonna be a no for me.
And I just thought, I mean,
and you're telling me that's not a mental disorder to say that I want to identify as this one day and identify like that one day?
I am not a doctor. I'm not here to say it's a mental disorder, but
I am.
I raised my eyebrows. I was like, oh.
I mean,
okay.
I'm not going to walk up to them and be like, hey, you're wrong, but like, I'm just going to avoid you. And then I'm just going to think to myself, like, wow, that's weird.
That's the thing, like me, in all honesty, I'm never going to see them in my lifetime.
Just keep it to myself. My grandma said,
so
if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all.
If she wants to go buy a dragon one day of the week or one day of the month, why would I care? None of my business. No problem. Because I'll never have to deal with it, But brings us to the next question. What if you did have to deal with it? What if you got a kid and they say, Pops, I'm thinking about transitioning.
No, you're not. You can be gay. You can be lesbian, whatever. It's fine. I don't care. But I mean, you could, or I would just tell them, be like, I mean, when you're 18, you can do what you want. That's just how it should be. I don't think that you should be allowed, even if you are the parent. I don't think you should be allowed to give your child hormone blockers if that's what they've decided. You're gonna let a 12, 13, 14-year old, 15-year-old child decide if to fucking reverse their puberty, puberty blockers, hormone blockers and shit. Like, you're gonna let someone, like, I've heard this example used a million times. Like, what if your mom would let you get a tattoo when you were like 8 years old? What would you have?
I think that's
What would you no? But for real, what kind of tattoos would you have gotten at 8 years old?
8 years old. What grade is that?
It's like second, third grade.
Bro, I'd have a full back piece of a dragon on my back. I was so into dragons, drawing dragons. I'd look like a fucking nerd.
Yeah. So, and then imagine if you had that shit still today. I mean, dragons are cool.
I'd probably
but
still
like,
I'd probably still like it, but
that might not have been the best example.
maybe not. But
like, what if I just got like a bunch of ninjas tattooed on me? I love ninjas when I was a kid. I was a ninja for like 4 years in a row for Halloween.
I mean, if you got it tattooed on you as a kid, I mean,
and then you grow up,
you'd be a ninja then. No. You'd be, sneaking around, flipping around this room right now. Maybe you'd accept your true ninja self.
But I mean, that's just the point. It's like, it's a lifelong decision,
Yeah, roping it back into it, I personally, because I've thought about it, because I was like, man, maybe I'll actually have to think about this, once in my lifetime. And I think,
hopefully it'll be all blown over by the time we have kids. Like, I think this will all blow over soon.
First of all, there's so much stuff, and it's kind of sidetracking, but there's so much stuff on just regular TV, kids TV, that's just, it's almost like molding the mind, and it's almost like cheating. We're trying to portray a certain image, because growing up, I was watching Looney Tunes, Boomerang, and
right, bro, Boomerang was lit.
So good. But that's what I watched growing up, and me personally, or people in my, not really my generation, but people my age group, they're like, oh, all this transgender stuff, they're not really with it, I personally think, or people older than us. But kids nowadays, I mean,
I think kids are starting to like push back against that shit now.
Possibly, I'm not sure.
Like,
but
all the shit that I see on like online now, like just on like reels, I'll always see videos of like younger kids making fun of these people.
Possibly, I don't know. I don't see those reels, but I mean, you look on every other show I watch or try to watch, there's a gay couple, and when I was growing up, didn't really see it too much. You would see it occasionally, and now you see it all the time. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's just there more. There's more access to it. There's more stuff being put out about certain things that's all kids will know growing up. So it's almost not even fair. They almost don't have a fighting chance if that's something they want to be against or with.
Right.
It's almost kind like one-sided.
Kind of like how we were talking about earlier with Bill Cosby, how we watched Bill Cosby growing up as a kid, and like you would I mean, I don't know for you, but for me, I was like, damn, so like that's like how the family is. Like that's what that's what you'd want, like, as like, I was like, bro, if Bill Cosby was obviously I don't want Bill Cosby to be my dad now, but I was like, bro,
but
that'd be
growing
lit.
Up, that's the image I had of him, and then comes out, oh, he's popping pills.
Right.
Girls, it's like, damn, didn't see that one coming.
Slipping them Quaaludes and shit in the pudding.
Ruined my childhood, But it's just out there too much. If you see something so many times, that's all you get used to. If you're around a certain crowd of people, you slowly slip into that kind of crowd. There's very few that are outliers for too long in crowds. You are the company you keep, is what they say. What is that noise?
Probably a cat.
Cats.
Yeah.
Cats. I like cats. I'm allergic to cats, so I stay away from them. I like them, but
Same.
fuck, cats. They just have no
No
moral
respect for
compass.
human.
No moral compass. They walk over anything. They get attention when they want it. They come and go as they please. It's just like,
They don't listen.
they're like if I was a...
People have told me for years that like you can train cats, but I have yet to see it.
I feel like you can train anything. I just saw a video of some guy who trained a falcon. He
Oh.
literally had his falcon on his finger and threw it out the window.
But I feel like
to go
cats are
attack
just too
another
smart
bird.
to get trained.
All animals are too smart for their own good. You know, even if you have a bad dog, they're not gonna jump into the trash or the dog food whenever you're looking at them standing right over it. But as soon as you look away, oh no.
Not my dog.
I mean, you know, you can train anything. I think personally, people train elephants, do little tricks. I wouldn't really say people train animals at circuses. I think it's more one-sided. You know, I don't think they really want to be there. But
Yeah, you went to school to train horses and dogs.
I know what you're talking about. It's fucked up. Let her be.
Good times. Saturdays used to be fun. Used to be doing that on Saturday instead of this.
At work, yeah. I mean, work was fun actually. Work used to be fun. Now it's just stressful. Now it's just a job. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I still have fun at my job, and I'm lucky at my job. If I'm having a bad day, I can just say "fuck you" to some person, and they won't think twice about it. You know.
Yeah, I know you're lucky. That's why, like, I can't, bro.
You have a douchebag at your job, don't you? How's he doing?
I don't know.
Is he still causing problems? He watches the podcast, doesn't he?
I don't know.
You can't speak on him, can you?
I doubt it. Who knows? I don't really care. I don't give a fuck. Hey, shut up out there. Is that the cat? It probably is.
I think so.
It is the cat, yeah. But I don't know, man. Like,
I think being able to speak your mind at work is good for your mental health.
my problem
Especially
is
if you have a
there's
stressful
just, like,
job.
I went from Honda, where there's, you know, it's a real big shop and there's like 20 other people. So if one person pisses me off, I could walk away and not be around them, you know? I don't really have that option. But I guess I do make more now than they were going to pay me, but who knows?
I mean, I think I got lucky with my job. Stressful, yes, but I don't know, maybe some people disagree, but if I can tell somebody to fuck off, flip out on somebody, and then the next day apologize and we're good, or somebody flip out on me and usually I'm probably going back at them, the next day we're good, that's a luxury to have because one, there's not any long-lasting, you know, pent-up energy. You get it out, then you go about your day. And then, you know, but some people, they hold shit in for like months, flip out, and they quit, go out half-baked style. And then
fuck you, you're cool.
Fuck you, I'm out. You know, when really they probably could have kept their job if they had just vented that one time and then went about their day. So I think I'm lucky for my job in that aspect.
I mean, I guess I've fucking like I've left so many times, just straight up just left, been like, fuck this shit, I'm gone, and just went home.
Yeah.
But they've never said anything to me. Nobody's ever said anything about it.
I think they understand, like, sometimes people just have shitty days. You know? I try not to bring home stuff to work stuff to home, but sometimes people are just having one of those days. You're just like, fuck,
well,
man.
mine have never just been from that. It's usually like
The job.
Yeah, like whatever I'm working on is just fucking bullshit. Like, dude, the engineers literally fuck us all the time. Like, like
people that design the shit.
yes, dude. This is what I've been told since I started working there, is that the engineers will crawl over a whole pile of virgins to fuck a mechanic. And it's like, dude, it's true.
That's such a good saying. I've never heard that. That's so good. Man,
they'll crawl over a whole pile of virgins just to fuck a mechanic.
Man, there's
because
some
think
weird
about
stuff.
it. There's so much shit that you're like, bro, you could have just done it this way and it would have made it so much easier, but you just get paid either way and you don't have to look at it again once you get it designed.
Have you ever seen that video of, it's some guy, I think he's a Tesla tech, and he's showing a video. He's trying to take out a bolt. I think it's some sort of either like a rear subframe or one of the rear suspension bolts, but he literally cannot take it out because when he tries to move it out, it hits the battery. So in a way, basically you'd have to take out the whole Tesla battery, which is literally just a battery, just to get one bolt. I would be so pissed, but I mean, I'm trying to think of what Honda,
because those are huge batteries too, right?
It's basically the whole side, the whole car underneath the car is just the whole battery. I'm trying to think of any of the Hondas that are like that. I'm not sure, but I know there is one Ford where I think it's a F-150. They make the little like stream, like little funnel, built-in funnel for the oil thing.
Oh, you're talking about right by the radiator and shit, where
I'm not sure, but whenever you take the
yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It misses that thing and it just goes straight onto the suburb.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. But yeah.
It's got that little ramp for the oil to go down and it completely misses. Yeah.
That kind of stuff would almost make me want to go back to school, get a engineering degree, and then just start designing cars, because no matter what I do, I could do the bare minimum. You know, I have a tech's point of view. I could do the bare minimum and still be like top shit engineer, just running shit. Like, man, we need that guy. The mechanics love us. People love us.
We'll be an aerodynamics fucking engineer.
It'd be kind of cool. It'd be cool to work on like hypercars. It'd be stressful, but it'd be cool.
You gotta be like fucking Italian or something for that shit.
Probably. Or just have like years, I mean like 10 plus years.
I saw an ad one time that was like, I think it was on YouTube, talking about becoming like a Porsche mechanic. And they were like, make up to like 55, 60 grand a year. And I was,
way.
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm
saying. Right.
I swear to God. I was like, there's no way you're making 55. But then one of my cousins explained to me, he was like, because a lot of these places are just buying and providing all the tools now, so you don't have to, so then they can pay you less.
Nice.
But they pay you less because of this. They just provide all the tools and everything.
Wouldn't be worth it.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But I mean,
I would be like, I'd rather get paid more and just buy all my own shit.
That I have so much money in tools, it's not even funny. I think, yeah. My girl sent me a little Facebook Marketplace ad for a Snap-on roll cart. For any of you guys who know, like the major tool brands, Harbor Freight. No, I'm just kidding. But she sent me a Snap-on tool cart, and it was like $300. And she was like, "This is so expensive." And I'm like, "Oh, that's actually pretty cheap. That's a good price for that." Like my cart, and for all you tech people out there, as I know I got to defend myself, I like what I like. I've seen it all, and it's just preference, you know. So people will hate on me for owning these things, but it's okay. I've got a Matco roll cart that is $1,100, and I mean, I love it.
The Rat Fink?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Limited edition. Not really. I could probably order another one if I wanted to. But yeah, I've got that, and then my main toolbox. I don't even want to say the price on it because people are gonna hate on me. I think before trade-in, before, you know, discounts and everything, the total price on it was like $8 or $9 grand. But I only owed like $4,500, but I basically paid it off in like 2 months. So
I did. I had the 6 months to pay off my box.
Yeah. I mean, but a lot of people are going to hate on that because they're like, "Oh, why wouldn't you go get a Harbor Freight card? Oh, why wouldn't you go do this, blah, 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 blah."
Lifetime warranty on forever on this thing. Like if anything fucks up, they just
I mean,
replace it.
Harbor Freight's the same way, but it's just a preference. Like I've owned. I
It's
mean,
better quality,
I'm
better
a
build
I'm a
quality.
mainline tech now. I started off in Express, and my first box was a Harbor Freight cart. So I know the differences. I like what I like. I like the quality and the Snap-on. People are gonna hate on me because I have a Matco box, and
Yeah, I know.
it's better.
Don't worry, because I'm gonna trade my Snap-on box in for a Matco one too.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Damn. I mean,
Once I move to the other shop, once that one gets built, I go over there.
You getting a 2-bay? Are you gonna keep the same like top roll cart?
No, I'll probably get just a bigger one. Probably like your size.
There you go. But I mean, I only spent as much as I did on mine because it's the last box I'm ever gonna have. I mean, I've got my roll cart, I've got my main box, I'm set. I've got lifetime warranties on everything I need lifetime warranties on, and it's a newer box, so it's got newer styles even built in for like replacement parts if it ever rusts, which I highly doubt it will. But man, even the car community is hateful when you start talking about tools. I'm interested in it, but I see people just hate on you for not owning Harbor Freight tools, which I do own.
Why?
They're just like, oh, why would you spend this much money on something you could just get this at Harbor Freight?
But I mean, you work on cars though, compared to like a lot of these people that aren't actual.
And they still give you hate. I mean, people are like, oh, the Snap-on.
I mean, I would get it if you're not if being a mechanic is not your daily job. I would understand it, but you
even
use this shit every day.
I have a set of Harbor Freight 1/4-inch sockets that I use, and I basically use those in case one of them falls. So I'm not missing a $40 socket. I'm missing a $10 socket, But, it's just to each their own. My torque wrench is Snap-on because, one, student discount, and two, it's just calibrated. I can get it warrantied out. It's easier for me. And some of the Harbor Freight torque wrenches I really don't trust because my own experience with them. But people will hate on anything nowadays.
Yeah. I don't really have to worry about the torquing shit, but probably should. Yeah.
Is everything just like tight on mowers and shit?
As far as I've been told since I've been working on them, yeah.
I mean,
they all work. I haven't had a problem yet.
You have to teach me how to work on mowers. I don't know why. I just like learning new stuff.
Wait, I mean, you would probably get it way quicker than I did. So it's just a smaller version of what you're doing, basically.
Dude, speaking of timer, god damn. Nathan, did you hear about his fiasco?
No, let's not do him like that right now.
I mean, I'm not. No. I'm talking about his car fiasco.
The tree?
No, So this guy we work with, he is working on a car. He's diagnosing it for a head gasket, and the way you diagnose it on these, you take the coil pack out, take the spark plug out. On these, it's going to be most likely cylinder number 3. Stick a borescope down there, which is basically like a little camera. Then you look at it on the screen. He was using the borescope to look at it, see if coolant was coming into the head gasket. Pressurized coolant system also. And he pulled the camera up, and the corner of the camera got caught on the corner of the coil pack tube, and it knocked the tip of the camera off. It's an adjustable, or it's a attachment, so it knocked it off onto the piston. I was with him the first day. He gets off at 5. I get off at 4. We were there until 8:30 trying to get this little piece out of there.
Damn, doesn't the front close at 8?
They closed at yeah. We were there until 8:30. The cleaning guy basically was like, "Oh, people were still here," but
was he just trying to shimmy a magnet down there?
We tried everything. We tried a vacuum. We even one of the bigger shop bags. We even took a straw tape the straw to the vacuum, and we're trying to like suck up the little.
You guys were just trying to do what they were doing in fucking
We were trying
Sandlot with the fucking ball. They were sticking all the poles on
my
the
gosh,
vacuum and
that's
trying to
such a good
suction it
movie.
up with the fucking with the catcher's mask over it. Yeah, dude. That shit's so good.
Dude, we tried everything. We took like this really sticky stuff we call Dum Dum. He tried to put that on like a coat hanger or a wire hanger, and he tried to put that on there. Nothing. I think he got it the next day or maybe 2 days later, but man, he was having a shitty day. But it's one of those things.
Makes me glad, because for me, I could just fucking like. Well, I don't even have to do that. I just take everything apart right there.
Yeah, you could probably do it in what? How long would it take you to get
I
to
wouldn't
the head
even need
on
a camp
to take the head off a mower?
Well, the longest part of it is just taking off like the shroud, and then a lot of times they have like aluminum covers, so you gotta take all these bolts out just to get the covers off of everything to expose it.
That's it?
Pretty much. Well, no, just to get to the main bolts to take it apart. That's what takes the longest. So like once I get to all that, I mean, I could do the valve covers are always those are always like you could do that without taking anything apart.
Yeah.
But if I have to get to the head, I gotta take a bunch of shit apart. Not really apart, it's just taking off like there will be like something like a piece that's holding on a spring that's attached to the throttle cable.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, and then it'll be like just bolted into the side. So I'll just have to unbolt that before I can take everything apart. Then it's got like fucking like heat shields around it so you don't really like burn yourself, I guess, if you touch it. And then like all the plastic shrouds, and then just so you can turn.
So it's really not that bad.
Right, but once you do that, you have to reset all the rods and shit. So it's like that's the longest part, really.
About how long would that take? What? 5 hours?
No.
Really?
No.
How long?
To do like I put a new head on.
How long did it take you?
Well, just because I started it in the morning, and in the morning I just purposely go slow sometimes. So that took me like an hour and a half, maybe. Gosh. But I could have done it in like an hour, but I was just fucking tired.
Just to give an example of how long it would have taken him just to get this small little camera piece out.
But the longest part of that, like I said, is just taking off all that shit, and then just because I have to reset all the rods and shit. Yeah. But there's only two.
On this specific model car, you have to drop the motor.
Trying to fucking gap them is
probably can't be too bad though.
Well, that's what takes the longest, because you got these fucking like an Allen that's like a set key inside of a nut. You got to undo that, and then you got to tighten it. Yeah. And then once you get it to the right tightness, you got to screw it back. And I'm like,
trust me, I know all about valve adjust.
Well, that's the fucking.
Hondas are like one of the few manufacturers that still. I think they might be the only, honestly, that actually do valve adjustments, and I think they're going away with it. You don't have to adjust the valves on the newer ones, but so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, on his specific make and model, your car he was working on, you have to drop the motor.
On my car?
No, on Nathan's that he was working on. You have to drop the motor. Yeah, just to take off the head. So, and
but the engine's all exposed on all the mowers, though. So, like,
it'd be nice. Like, it would be nice.
The most you'd have to do is just like take off the back end.
It's fun working on cars, honestly. I mean,
oh yeah,
I say that, and then I can't think about anything that's fun about it. But they don't talk back. You know, customer service is great because they can't say anything.
That's what I like. I hate having when I have to talk to customers. I hate it. I don't like it, man. And then there's sometimes when people call and they like want to speak to a mechanic, and
I get that
it's
all
like,
the time.
But it's just because they want to try to like get you to diagnose, like. They'll tell you like the problem. They're like, I just can't figure it out.
They want you to diagnose it for free, basically, or
like
just tell you what's wrong with it. And be like, oh well, I did this and it didn't work. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I would almost much rather talk to the customers, because unless you have an advisor that has been a technician before, the way they explain things to the customer, it's just sometimes, depending on the advisor, it just comes off kind of like, do I really want to spend all this money? Whereas if I explained it, I can tell them X, Y, and Z. This is going to be the cause. This is what's going to happen. You know, you need
Right.
this, this, and this.
Well, see, I don't work in a dealership either.
Yeah.
So like we don't have advisors, but
So you guys don't talk to customers at all, and don't have advisors? How does that work?
they just go up to the front.
They just go say,
And
"Hey, I need
check
this
in.
done."
Like usually there's like a person, there's like another door that goes into our shop that like usually they would check in with the service lady, but we don't have that. So nobody does that anymore. So they just go up to the front and they check everything in up front. Whatever the girls that are working up there, they do all of it. And then
How do they get their like complaint across? Do they just say mower doesn't run? Mower
yeah,
needs
they just
fixed,
take notes right there
issues,
at the computer whenever they're there.
mower won't start, blade's not strong.
No, well sometimes
How does that work?
customer, yeah, it'll always say customer states this, whatever.
Yeah, we might have to name this the mechanic special, the tech special. But
Tech
what's
talk.
the
Tech talk.
tech talk? What's the weirdest customer state you've ever gotten?
I don't know if there's a weirdest, but it's like I'd say the most common is like literally the customer states won't start, and there's been like sometimes like I swear to God, so sometimes on like some of these weed eaters,
Mm-hmm.
they have a little switch on the handle that you would just like push up to shut it off, and so you got to pull it down in the down position, and they're like customer states won't start, don't know why, and that's all
why.
it is. It's like okay, so you
I have
own this,
gotten
but you
something
don't
like
know
that. There was one where a car, they basically said the lights won't turn off, the interior lights, and you know how a lot of cars have like the interior, like the dome light switch. You can turn the lights to on, door, or off. They had theirs to on, and
Oh, just constantly, and they said
yeah, they had it to on, and then they said their lights won't turn off, and then the advisor actually let that come through instead of, you know, the advisor was supposed to check some stuff like this, and they didn't, and I basically just clicked it to door, and they shut
Did you
off.
get paid for it?
No. I'm not a douchebag. I'm not gonna charge a customer for that.
I
Honestly, no
would've.
charge. No. It's not. I mean, yes, the customer should have recognized that, but also the advisor should have said, "All right, let me take a quick peek," and just been like, "Oh, well, that's obvious. Yeah,
Right.
let's try this," and then gone from there. But you never know.
Was it just an old person or something?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't actually see the customer.
What were we just talking about?
I can't remember, but now I got 4 cats staring at me. And,
Oh, I didn't realize they were all in here.
look at them. They're all. It's like a gang.
Tiggy. He won't come here.
Just brings me back to my point of cats just have no moral compass.
Yeah.
This one cat just jumped up on me.
They all want to go out.
Walked
Though.
over me
Here, I'm
and
gonna let
said,
them
"Bro,
out.
you know I'm allergic." Speaking of, we did miss the timer.
Yeah. Mila, get out. Tweakers, get some. Come on. She can stay in here.
That one is nice. We did miss the timer though.
That's the mom. Fuck.
Well,
Ugh.
I know they're starting to hit differently, aren't they? I don't know how many that was,
Yeah.
but at this point, we gotta finish the bottle. It's too close.
How much is left?
A little bit.
What? We really drank that much already?
Don't talk about it. Just be about it.
All right. Yeah, man. I don't know. Now at this point, fuck.
Man, we've just been all over the place tonight. I'm not gonna lie, but
All over the road.
man,
I'm ready to fucking. I wonder how many people listen through all the tech talk shit.
probably not. They probably just dipped out. That's what I was gonna ask you.
Only the real ones will know. Will listen just to see if we know what we're talking about.
Probably not. Honestly, I got a degree, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I got Alzheimer's. I forget half the
You
shit I
cheated
learned.
off it, Jason.
Hell no. You know what's crazy? We did have the same. We had the same engines class, and man, that dude is smart. I wish I could have, but he's like, nah. So you got to learn this shit yourself. What a fucking. If there's ever been like a fucking piece of shit home dog, you know, I love Jason. I love the dude, and I mean, good thing he didn't give me the answers to a lot of the stuff because I had to learn it myself and actually put in the work, which I'm glad I did now. But man, dude would not hook anybody up. I remember, and I can't remember. I think, you know, sometimes the stars just align against us. And I was, I can't remember. I think one of my cards just got, I had to get a new one. Then they sent me a new one. So they cut off the old one. And I couldn't get any cash out the ATM or use the card because I couldn't get a new one. It was the weekend. I asked this dude on a Saturday for like $20. Like, $20 for some gas. You know, 10. He said no. I'm like, bro, what? I'm gonna pay you the money back. You know I have the money. This dude said, nah, man, I can't. It's just one of those people you need in your life, but fuck.
Dude, I'm glad you brought him up because I didn't even think about him as a guest, not like in a fucked up way. Not like I was thinking about you, Jason, but I just wasn't thinking about you being a guest. I didn't think you'd want to do it.
Bro, if we could get like 3 or 4 people,
yeah, I'm about to get.
He would have to be one.
We're gonna get this this other audio.
That'd be bad.
What I don't even know. I'm not gonna even act like I know what this shit is.
Me and him would probably come close to like throwing hands.
But basically,
we'll
be able to have 4 mics.
Be bad.
All plugged in at the same time. So, and it's kind of like a soundboard. I can have like shit set up, like press it and like just
pretty cool.
Into it. It'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've been keeping up with a lot of the episodes. The last one, I did think it was cool that she mentioned not liking when people chew, when you can hear people chew. I didn't even know that was a thing or there was an actual term for that, but
oof. You have that?
My mom, like, it's so weird. Like, you can just hear them chewing everything, no matter what they're eating. Soup, you can hear them chewing it. Like, how are you chewing soup? You can just hear it.
See, I think that's just a fucking delusion.
I don't think it is. Like, it's the noise that it makes. It's just like, I don't know. It's just
I had 2 cousins that were like that, and I'm like, these bitches are just crazy.
I always thought it was considered like a pet peeve. Like, I have my weird. Everyone has their own like little pet peeves and stuff. I thought that was mine, but apparently it's an actual thing. Just like not being able to burp is an actual thing. Wasn't even discovered until like 2019. Who knew? But living my life
that you couldn't burp.
Yeah, it's an actual thing. Huh? You might have to look it up. I forget. It's called. I'll look it up.
Can't burpophobia?
No, it's like I won't be able to pronounce it, but I'm not even gonna try. But yeah, it's a thing where you can't burp. Cats,
can't burp, bro. That's crazy.
All the cat lovers are gonna hate me now. I didn't even think about that, but it's okay. You know, I like cats. I just can't touch them. Which probably makes me jealous.
I just prefer dogs. It's not that I hate cats. I just prefer dogs. Man's best friend for a reason, you know?
I do like dogs.
I just love, dude, I love dogs. Like, I love them.
I don't know.
Except for, not a huge fan of pugs because they're gross. Bulldogs, they're cool, not the cutest.
I don't know.
Like, for some reason, are obsessed with bulldogs. They're
like English bulldogs?
English, French, like they're
French
not
bulldogs
that,
are cute, but English bulldogs, like the
French bulldogs literally shouldn't even exist. They can't even procreate on their own. You have to jerk off a fucking French bulldog and inseminate the female. They physically are too small to fuck, so like they should not even be alive. No, they're not.
They're so cute. Like an English bulldog's like a fat, like chubby. I don't know why, but ever since I saw Fantasy Factory.
Remember that? Yeah,
like an English bulldog. But I just
he was cool because he was Rob Dyrdek's dog.
It doesn't matter. Like I can have my own English bulldog. Like I want a dog to be like snoring next to me when I'm passed out.
What was his name? Meaty?
I don't know.
I think it was like Meaty or something. I'm probably totally wrong, but I think
I want like a Pressa because that's just what I'm used to. But I also want like a little fat lazy dog that I can just snuggle up with. You know?
See.
That will.
What you think? You like? If I had a big dog like that, I would fucking snuggle up with that dog.
But both of them though. One, you know. And then
That's why
the other one can keep the the fat and lazy one healthy because he's
I
try to
thought
run
my
and
dog
play
was
with
gonna
them.
get like way bigger, but he didn't. But I mean, I guess he's really like the perfect size. He sleeps with me every night, so
Yeah, there you go. A little cuddle buddy. I cuddle with them all.
But when he farts, bro, it's gross. It's so bad. I hate it.
Speaking of, in the last podcast, you were showing your I don't even know what the proper word is for it, but you didn't like a girl farting. What's wrong with that?
What do you mean? Just don't do it, please.
So you can rip ass. Yeah, I remember you
But,
called it an
I mean,
accident.
I'm not
But
gonna
if
like.
she does that on an accident, you're not okay with it?
What are you, bro? Are you some fucking
Just-
feminist though?
No, but just gotta.
It's just gross, dude.
So you're saying you've never ripped ass where you're just like, ew.
Where I say ew,
Yeah, you're just like, man, that was bad.
yeah, but I
So-
never go ew. I'm just like,
So
wow,
because
that
it's
one
a-
was gross, dude.
But so because it's a girl, she can't do that.
Just not in front of me. Just don't do it in front of me.
So I look sexy, but
And I
yes,
won't do it in
agree.
front of you.
I agree. I think
Just be respectful. I won't do it in front of you.
maybe not just women in general, but just anyone who holds in their farts doesn't let them out.
But when we're with
should
the
not be able to fart around people because it's just gonna be bad.
when we're with the boys, I mean, bro, farts are funny. Just when I just don't personally find them funny when
Is
they
it-
come from girls.
Is it like a bro thing?
Yeah, bro. Farts
Bros-
are for the
bros
boys,
before
bro.
hoes.
Farts are for the boys. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, it's
Fair
funny,
enough.
bro. You're telling me you remember like how many times in class you could just like be looking at all your boys and then all of a sudden you just fucking, or like not even you, just like anybody, just one of your boys just fucking rips one in the middle. Like, you ever been in class when it's real quiet and someone just rips ass? Dude, it was the funniest thing on the planet.
Okay. Now, I agree. Let me just play off. Let me just play
Because
against
I
you. Let me
remember
just play
we used to
against
do
you a
this
little
with
bit.
me and my friends in
what
elementary
if-
school used to try to fart like the loudest in class.
What if it was a girl that ripped ass in class? She
At
could be.
that-
She could be one of the bros.
At that age,
give her a chance.
no.
At
bro.
that age,
Well,
when
at
high
that
school,
age, yes,
in high
but-
school where it's literally just like, where it's literally just like, girls sometimes are stuck up. They're talking about guys. They're talking about girl gossip. We're talking about everything, and you can find one that will rip ass in the middle of a class, knowing all the gossip that goes around in high school. She ain't just get bumped up a peg. Come on.
Wait, no, but I think this is this conversation isn't going with all. Well, man, I don't fucking know,
Look at
dude.
him. You're stumbling.
I'm not okay with it. I'm not here for that. I'm not saying they can't fart. I mean, it's just
They just gotta go into the bathroom, go behind closed doors, go outside.
just away from me.
I don't know. I'd rather someone let it
I'll go away
than
from her
hold
when
it
I
in.
fart. I'm not gonna just hold it in. That's not good.
It's not healthy. It's not
It's
healthy.
not healthy. You gotta just let it out. Yeah. Well,
God damn.
I'd say that was a good amount of time. I think we did a while.
Bro.
I think we did a whole bottle.
Let's finish the bottle because it's time.
Is it?
Yeah. Take a shot and get out of here. It has been nice on the podcast. Very interesting podcast. I'll give you the rest.
All right. Last one.
People are gonna hate on the bottle not being one.
I don't know why the last one hit harder.
Man,
I really can't believe we just drank that whole bottle. That's crazy.
that is crazy.
I didn't even plan on it. Maybe that's why this fucking thing derailed a few
Bro,
times.
this shit's been all over the place, honestly. They're gonna be like, what the
I
hell
do a
is
lot
he
of
doing?
editing. Oh well, it's okay.
It's
I got it.
alright.
Hey, if there's anything I got, it's this. Okay, I got it. Don't worry.
Sheesh.
So, all right. Well, it's been good. Glad having you. We'll get you back on for sure.
Yeah, be fun. A little bit more organized.
Yeah.
Although,
For sure.
you know, keeping it natural is pretty fun too.
Yeah. This is
honestly.
more. I like this form better. This is more fun.
Can't go wrong just hanging out.
Just kicking it.
Good old boys.
Kicking it with the bros.
Bros before hoes.
This is
Bro, what was that Boondocks? That Boondocks episode with Gangstalicious. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, the one where he finds out that where Riley starts wearing the skirts and shit, and he said, and it's a
Granddad,
bulletproof crop top or whatever.
I might be gay.
Yeah. He said, "Is Elton John gay?" He said, "Yeah."
That makes you gay too. Gay by association. Nothing against gay people though.
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
Boondocks is such a good show. It sucks that you can't watch. I mean, you can't really joke about a lot of the stuff they joke about nowadays. Same thing with the Chappelle show. It's like, fuck, man.
Oh, dude, Chappelle show is goated.
Shit was so good. Everybody's so uptight nowadays, though. She need to relax, chill out.
I know, it's crazy, but there's nothing you can do about it. That's why this podcast is here.
We are
keep
here
it.
to bring back bullying. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I just
see
want
it.
to. I just want to like, bro. We just gotta be able to just talk about whatever. So I don't really.
That
care.
is true.
Like,
I mean,
if this ever like, if I ever get, you know, canceled or whatever, like I don't give a fuck.
yeah.
What is that gonna do for me, or what is that gonna do to me? Like, I'm not gonna get fired from my job. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
I think
to
people
me,
should have
so.
an option to choose what they want to listen to. You know, stuff that's filtered or stuff that's just two crazy dudes sitting on a couch talking about. You know, give them the option. Don't cancel
Yeah, I
one or
mean
the
we're
other.
drunk, so like you can't really take it entirely serious, right? Like
50-50. We only
It is
speak
what
the
it
truth
is.
around here.
exactly that's what I'm saying. All right, well,
All right.
it's
Catch
been
you guys
good.
later.
See you guys next week.
Peace.